Oh, I gotta grab this book. Can prayer change things? Oh, of course it can.
Of course. Good evening, people. Welcome to the Keeping It Real Conversation Show with your host, Camila, aka Sunshine. We are live right now on all social media platforms. Today is Thursday, July 18th, 2024. We are in the land of the living. It could have been another way, but however, God saw fit for us to be here right now. I need you to go to the Facebook page, Sunshine Camila. Like, share, subscribe, do all those wonderful things. Go to the YouTube channel, which is the name of the show, Keeping It Real Conversations with Sunshine. Please like, share, and subscribe. We are live on Twitch right now. We are live on Twitter, formerly known, X, formerly known as Twitter. I need you guys to go there right now. Let somebody know that we are live right now. Again, I believe in 6 degrees of separation. You're literally one person away, one advice away, one help away from where you need to be in your destiny. Proven over and over again since I started this show in 2020. Again, what else do I say? I have some of the dopest people on this side of heaven. And tonight is no different than any other night that I have people on this show. In 2020, this is when COVID was a thing. It still is a thing, but when it really was hitting. And at the time, I had just left the post office, and I had a job as a lead for a security company. And at this security company, we were securing Chrysler and Mopar lots. And at this point, we were hired to scan every employee before they went into the building. Make sure that they didn't have COVID or they wasn't showing symptoms and things of that nature. Easy job. And I had the chance, if you know me, you know me. I am a personality magnet. I love people. And I got to meet some very dope people that I'm still meeting to this day. That I used to check. I used to go through the buildings, making sure everybody was good. And this young lady was one of those people that I had to meet early in the morning. Early in the morning. And I'm grateful and thankful that I'm a type of person that I find out about people for myself. I don't go by what other people say and what their opinions is of a person. I find out for myself. Ebony here. She walked past and she said hi and she keep it moving. But it was always something about her that I always didn't know what it was. But however, again, it was speaking, hello, how are you doing? We would keep it moving and I would see her on the floor, speak hi and keep it moving. This is in 2020. Fast forward 4 years later. And I want you guys, and I'm going to get into her bio. I want you guys to pay attention. I want you to be inspired today. I want you to look beyond where you are right now. And I want you to pull out of yourself this entrepreneur spirit beyond just having a regular 9 to 5. So tonight, this young lady right here, I got her down as Ebony Tanisha. Ebony Johnson. She's been living in this beautiful city of Detroit all her life. She's married with 2 children and a grandson. She's worked for the Big Three for over 29 years. The art of, okay, say that word again.
Charcuterie.
Yeah, that one. Came to her in 2019, right before the pandemic. In 2020, during the pandemic, that's when she really began to study this creation. Wow, from then till now, the growth definitely is amazing. She loves what she do, and she creates from the heart. So what I want y'all to do, if you at home in a room somewhere, I don't know what room you in, I'm gonna need you to stand up, put your arms up like you on a roller coaster. If you in the car, you already know what I'm about to tell you to do. Pull over, roll down the windows. If you can, get out your car, scream to the top of your lungs. Welcome Ebony Tanisha to the show tonight.
I'm here.
Absolutely. And I'm glad about it. Okay.
Oh, me too. Me too. I just love you.
Man, we have both come a long way from 2020.
Yes, we have.
And
yes,
it is now 4 years later.
2024.
And we are here.
We are
having
here.
a good time, having a conversation about our success beyond what people thought was just it.
That was it. How you do it? You did? Did you do this?
I did.
You did.
I did. I did. So, you know, we have we were talking off camera about how people have labeled us and people have said certain things that they have no clue, no idea. Or as I told someone else the other day, my baby's about to turn 25. She's an artist.
Okay.
Not my child, but she's an artist. And I told her, you are still learning yourself. There's no limit, no age limit to when learning stops.
That's true.
So there can be at 46 where you're learning, I can do this, and I had no clue and no idea that this talent was inside of me. Okay?
Say it again.
Just because I'm here right now does not mean this is the end of the story. Just because you have been at the Big Three for over 29 years does not mean that's all the talents that's inside of you. So we're going to get into that tonight. I'm about to let y'all know, if y'all seen the post, and I want y'all to go to her page. I want you to find out. I want you to support this Black queen, not only because I know her, but because every time I see her food on social media, I literally get hungry. I get hungry. And I was like, oh, how do you make food look that delicious? We gonna find out. So, tonight, let's get into this conversation with Ebony Tanisha about, what's the word again?
Charcuterie. Just say the charcuterie board. The charcuterie board, girl. It makes it so much easier.
All right, so we're gonna go back to the beginning. We're gonna go back to, we know that you were born and raised here in Detroit. We're gonna get back into the growing ups of Miss Ebony Tanisha. And then we're gonna travel to um why she do what she do. Now this year, I decided that the theme for 2024 was gonna be showing Black love, not only in
Oh,
relationships, but also showing people why I love to do what I do.
okay.
And so
Okay.
this is another reason why you're here. We're gonna
Uh,
do the whys of why you do what you do. So let's take me back to growing up in the city of Detroit.
so, hello everyone. My name is Ebony Johnson, and I've been a native Detroiter all 51 years of my life. All 51 years. Um, you got to understand, like, this art really came from like Farmer Jacks. You guys remember Farmer Jacks and their platters? You remember those big Thanksgiving dinners where grandma, auntie, mama had everything on that old stereo, the huge stereos. You know what I'm saying? This
Mhm.
is nothing new. This is nothing new. It's just a little bit more advanced. So I thought about that type of thing during the pandemic. During the pandemic. And I would always be like, we should bring that back because we can't really do anything. And I love my family so much and I need to see them. Then, let's come together. So growing up in the city has really taught me how to love more, how to it's not a judgment zone on anyone in the city. City girls are the best girls as far as I'm concerned. Um, I grew up to be loving and nurturing. And through that I also learned that food was a nurturer as well because you
Mhm.
have great conversation over good food. You might have been upset with mom or your sister, but once you came to dinner, you talk it out. You get over it. You know what I'm saying? The city is such a beautiful place. I really, really, truly love Detroit. I love Detroit, and I just really would love for my fellow Detroiters to learn more about charcuterie, graze tables, and it's nothing bougie. It's nothing bougie. It's nothing, but it's something different. It's a different feel. It's a different taste. It's a different vibe. It's a different ambiance. I'm into different. I'm not a basic type person. Being basic could be at some point you're like, okay, this is the same thing. We're doing this over and over again.
Mhm.
That's why I just love it because when I see my family or I see people's guests and especially within the city, the community, it just makes me feel good to know like, hey, you have made someone smile today through food art, you know?
Mm,
And right now we just need as much love as we possibly can get. With
absolutely.
And so the city, I grew up here. I've been here all my life and graduated from Redford High School. I'm sorry, I graduated from Meyer
Okay.
in 91. And I went to Ralph Waldo Emerson Middle School. And I'm just a city girl for life. I believe in the city. I believe that we're doing good. We can get better, but I just am a true city girl, and I would love to create food art for our communities. And that's
That's
it.
because you brought up um food with comfort, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
to be honest, I didn't know until in my 40s that me and food had a serious relationship. So at one point, going through, depression and being oppressed and things of that nature, food was my comfort zone. I would go and just eat. I didn't know that I was an emotional eater.
Okay, okay.
And so, was I eating healthy things? Of course not.
Of course not.
Um, I told this story in a previous church that my thing used to be Fruit Loops. Like I would eat dry Fruit Loops,
Ooh.
just a whole box to myself. Um,
Wow.
and I used to eat Twinkies.
Ooh, aren't they the best?
So those were my guilty pleasures. And so not paying attention of how much I was eating or how much, or any of those things. Next thing you know, you're 330 pounds.
Okay. Okay.
And I was like, okay, now I have to understand I have a relationship with food, that me and food need to talk.
Mhm.
And I need to find another way to express myself.
Okay.
And so when I look at your food placements and how beautiful they look,
Oh, thank you.
like, not only am I hungry, but I want to have a conversation just looking at this food. It's not commercialized like it's fake.
No.
You know how our grandmas had our plates at their house that they only put out around Christmas times, the fake
Them
plate.
holidays, yeah.
Yes. And we be like, oh, that looks so good. They was like, baby, that ain't even real.
Right.
What you mean it ain't real?
So
Why
we
is
can't
it
eat
here?
this? We
Right.
can't eat this?
Why is it here? Messing me up.
Yes.
And
Yes.
we like, no,
Yes.
baby, that's not real.
That's not real. Mm-mm. Just makes everything look better.
So there were plenty of times that I was very upset.
Oh.
That I was like, oh, this food looks so delicious. And it wasn't real.
And it wasn't real.
So to have you here to explain your craft, and you found out about this later on to actually step out and do it, it's just even better to say, hey, just because I work here, I have a desire, I have a new hobby
Yes.
that not only is going to help me, but it's going to help everybody around me. And so let's get into I remember when. Tell me a story when I remember when.
Okay. You want me to tell you something I remember when, like recently, or you want
Doesn't
something
matter.
like
It's or
just
I
it doesn't
remember.
matter.
It doesn't
Just
matter.
okay, I have one for you. I remember when one of my closest friends passed away. Okay. He was one of my closest friends, one of my very, very, very best friends. Passed away. My friend didn't even get a chance to see 50. Right. So my family was having we were having a get together at my house. So this is when I like started really getting into charcuterie, learning the different meats and different cheeses and different accoutrements to go with this. So I had this huge board that I had never done before. I had never done it before. And I had just had his funeral maybe 2 days before the event. So I had this huge round turning board. And I prayed over this board and I asked my friend, I was like, I really, really don't know what to do right now because I am so in deep grief because of my loss of you. Help me figure this out so I can serve a well organized from the heart, like from the heart board to my family. And that creation is really what did it for me because I was like, if you could do this now, you could do it. You could just do it. Just set your mind to it. And when I say, like on some real talk, when I say my hands just started moving and placing everything in the right areas, the right colors to contrast with this meat to contrast, going with this cheese and how to do this. Like it came from my soul. It really, really came from my spirit. And I thanked my friend because it was a hit. I fed like 20 people off one board. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I remember when my growth was here. I started here. But now I'm not saying that I'm like a mega superstar, but my growth has grown.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I pray And I ask my universe to guide my hands every single time I do a board, every single time I do a grades table. So I remember when situations, I have so many, especially starting this business, because I remember when I was putting carrots and celery on boards. But as I started to really study and get into it, I'm like, no, no, no. This isn't for this. You understand what I'm saying? This goes with this. This doesn't goes with this. And my boards are so personal to me because I know that I'm going to enlighten your taste buds with a taste that you've never had before. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So everything that I put on the board and I get a call from a customer or I get a text like, oh, you did that. We tasted this. We put this with this. Like we had these olives with the cornichons, and then we had some smoked capicola goose, or we had some cabrini three-way, or we had some super sweet supersada, or some amazing turkey pastrami. I'm inviting you into a universe of greatness and taste. And it's not out the package. So I remember when moments are from when I first started, and the progress that I have made from then until now is amazing. And I don't toot my horn, but I see the growth.
Mm-hmm.
But then shoot, if you don't toot your own horn, who gonna toot it, right?
Yeah.
Honk, honk. And I love it. And I love it. I just love it. And I really, really, really create these masterpieces. And no board is ever the same. And that's crazy to me because I cannot make a board the same. No matter if you order the same board or you order, it's something, a little bit of a razzle dazzle that's added to that board. And it really, really comes from my soul. And it really, really comes from my heart because I enjoy it. I enjoy every moment of it. And I believe it's the creativity of the art of being a food artist and changing a whole canvas of a blank canvas of a board or a table into something spectacular for everyone to enjoy.
So
Yes.
how do you get into that as far as like if there was a new person who is interested in getting into this art, how would a person get into it?
As far as making moves to have their own
Mm-hmm.
charcuterie. Okay. Well, first of all, you gotta like to me, you gotta have a liking for cheese. You have to have some type of liking for cheese, no matter whether it's a pungent cheese or it's like a harsh cheese, because you have so many different type of cheese. Um, you have to have a love for cheese. You have to be open to the different meats, no matter what the sign says or what type of meat it is. You have to be open to that. Do you know there are so many olives out there that we don't even know about that I've researched? Oh my God, it's amazing. Like you have your Spanish olives, you have your garlic stuffed olives, you have your jalapeno olives, you have your black olives, the Kalamata olives. You have all these olives. Like, and people like, well, gosh darn, put 3 different types of olives on this board. Then you have your cornerstones, your small little cornerstones. They have an amazing taste, and when you put it with that right piece of meat and that right cheese, the taste that just spurs out on your taste buds. It's just like boom. You know how the fireworks go? Like
Mm-hmm.
it just. Then you have these amazing crackers. You have to be into crackers. You have to have a love for what charcuterie really is. You know, we say we know charcuterie, or we may go into the store and buy charcuterie that's been there sitting, but ours is fresh. Everything is fresh. We purchase everything the day before or the day of your event for a board, for your grace. It's just the freshness of it all. So you have to be willing to be someone who wants to taste different things. You have to be willing to say, hey, I'm going to get up today. I'm going to make these mozzarella sticks with balsamic vinegar and, you know, uh, vine tomatoes and basil and things like that. So, and I'm into that. I mean, I'm kind of weird, I guess, but I love it. I I love Bavarian bulb onions. You know what I'm saying? I love that. And we support our stores. I have a store, Monger's Provisions in Berkeley. And he's been teaching me. The whole staff teaches me all the time when I come in there what's new and how is this used, you know. And this right here, you have to be willing to read. This right here around the board, she's amazing. She's helped me in a lot of things as well. I'm willing to research. I research of how it started into what it is now. You know, a lot of this stuff has been around for centuries, long time. And the way that they create these cheeses is kind of like, ooh. But when you get those buttery crystal lights on your taste buds and that they just burst and you taste that butter or that fruit in that triple cream brie. Yeah, it's really delightful.
So just hearing your passion about it, and again with the addition of what I saw, again, it's like, oh, I can't wait to get my board. I can't wait to sit there and really enjoy this food. We have been accustomed sometimes to get so used to fast food and not really knowing where the food comes from or any of those things. So to be able to hear you say I studied, to hear you say that the different cheeses and different olives, I had no clue. When I go to the grocery store, there's only and then to see the different fruits that go together with the different meats, and I'm like, who would have thought?
And I also learned from where I began to where I am now is that less is so much more because you get to add more accompaniments on your board where your customers and their guests, are able to enjoy some of everything. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because like I had said before, at first I was putting celery sticks and carrot sticks and all this other stuff on there. But that really wasn't what that was about.
Okay.
Because and you want to know how I found that out? It's because I studied. I'm on Instagram all the time. I stalk those wonderful boards that everyone does. Like, I'm like, oh my God, that was a great, the creativity that people have is amazing. And then that's how you learn. You piggyback and you study and you watch and you ask questions. I ask a lot of questions, especially if this is something that I want to do. I ask questions. You don't ask questions, how would you know? Right?
Exactly.
So I always ask to taste the meats. I always ask to taste the cheeses. I ask what is the difference between this type of cheese and this type of cheese, and what is the difference between this charcuterie meat and this charcuterie meat. And when you find the people, the perfect people to answer those questions, it becomes so much easier. So much easier. But my whole thing is the passion. You have to really, just like someone has a passion to lay cement. You know what I'm saying? This is what they do. They have this passion. They know the ins and outs of cement, the weather, the degrees, and things of that nature. It's the passion for me. I know when to deliver your board. I know when to tell you how this is how long you should have your board out before you feed your guests. I tell my customers that because I have a passion for it, and I want you to enjoy it. I want you to enjoy eating your board as much as I enjoy creating your board.
Yep.
Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does.
Yes. Okay. So I just study and like I scroll. I study and I scroll. And yeah, it's a lot. It's truly a lot. But if you really want it, it's worth it, right? It's worth
Absolutely. It the point of being a creator and being the visionary, I'm learning more about myself when it comes to creating and showing people the why. Why do I love this? Why did I share this with you? Again, it's because I love creating, whether it's a song, whether it's me dancing, whether it's something else that you have, the book. the storylines, the
Yes.
I want you to, I'm grabbing you by hand and I'm walking you into my world.
That's my
And I
word.
want you to be able to see what I see. I want you to hear. I want you to smell. I want you to taste every sensory that we have. I want you to be able to capture
The
where
whole, the whole thing
everything,
from
everything.
our heart. Yes.
Just like
Yes.
I don't know if other people are able to in dreams.
Okay.
I'm very connected in my dreams. Like I can feel,
Okay.
I can smell, I can remember most of my dreams when I wake up,
Okay.
like a whole nother world within the world. And so um, sometimes you choose to share and sometimes you don't.
The truth, right?
Because
Right.
sometimes you be like, I don't know what that meant.
I'll tell you. Right.
I might want
I
to
might
hold.
not want to share that. I'm gonna hold that
I might hold on to that one because that one.
in.
But then there's some that you're so excited about because you know it's positive. You know that there's an inkling that this could be your next future, your next step
Right.
to
Right.
becoming. Like this is also the year of the coming out, the butterfly. You
Oh yeah.
it's different
Yes.
stages of how did I miss this? Why is it
Mhm.
taking me 40, 50 some
Yes.
years to figure
Mhm.
out?
And do you know? I ask myself that question like, what took so long? What took so long? You know, and but thank goodness for my village, because my village always telling me like, girl, you are at the right place where you're supposed to be right now. You know, because I'll ask myself that in a minute, like, so you just not waiting until now to do this, and it's been around for so long. It's not new, but
Mhm.
it's just new to some of us.
Us,
You
yes,
understand what I'm saying?
yes. Hmm.
Um, and yeah, it's just mind-boggling how you can get into something and you really figure like, damn, I really enjoy this. I can do this. I can do this, you know, but like I said, you just gotta practice and stay consistent
Yep.
and just read. Reading is truly, truly fundamental for me,
Yes.
you
Yes.
know. But I love it. I love it, Sunshine. Yeah. Can I get a franchise, everybody? Can
I
I
know,
get a
right?
franchise?
Why not? I mean,
Can I
and
get
you
that?
find
Can I
out,
get that corporate account? Somebody.
right? There's more people with you than against you, right?
Right.
And sometimes
Right.
we don't know until we get out of there. Stepping out on the water. One analogy that I got, and I always have this being a fisherman, right?
Okay.
That you want the big fish.
Mhm.
We always want to go out with the mindset that I'm going to bring in Moby Dick. You'll never catch Moby Dick on shallow
Never.
water. Ever. So with that being said, that means you got to go far out and you got to go deep.
You gotta go deep. Gotta go deep.
And so as a fisherman, you also have to know the waters that you're in,
Mhm.
and you have to have the right tools,
Yes, you do.
meaning the right
Yes, you do.
sinker, the right pole, the right
Yeah.
test line, all these things, the
Everything.
right bait, because
Mhm.
Moby Dick ain't gonna eat just any old thing.
He ain't gonna eat just. He was very particular.
I'm just
You want
saying.
to? You want to say it again? Do you want? Would you like to say it again?
Now, with this board, we not about to serve just any old thing.
And I can't. Okay. And you know what's funny that you said that, like seeing that you brought that up on the slick sliding
On the
slide,
small side,
baby. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. This is just me. This is just me. This is just me. I'm not gonna feed you anything I wouldn't eat.
absolutely.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm not gonna feed you anything that I wouldn't eat. All right. I'm trying to figure out how to say this without saying it. But you're gonna get what you pay for with Olive View Charcuterie. Understand what you get what I'm saying? You're gonna definitely get what you pay for. I believe firmly, I so believe firmly on product. I am a firm believer of product. We created this fruit tray a couple of weeks ago, and the products was amazing. Amazing. That fruit tray was amazing. I'm just key on products. I'm key on quality. I am a quality type person. I'm just not going to throw some cheese that's already cut on your board. We cut everything by hand. We fold everything by hand. We wash. We make sure we do everything according to how we're supposed to do it. I had to learn a lesson. At one point, and I'm saying this to say, I learned from using prepackaged cheese about 2 years ago. And I was so upset about it and how things turned out. But I said, you know what? This is a trial and error. It's called trial and error. But from that point on, I told myself, when we do this, we're going to go get all the ingredients. We're going to cut these ingredients up ourselves. We're going to fold everything ourselves. We're going to wash everything ourselves. And everything is washed. Our strawberries. It's the quality for me, Sunshine. I can't express that enough. Like I said, I'm not going to put anything on your board that I wouldn't put on my board. Mm-hmm. Does the math right there? You know,
you would think.
It makes sense. It makes sense, right? Because the quality of your product, that's pretty much what you're paying for.
Yes.
Because we don't shop at all these like stores that, you have many stores out here. But we have our stores that we shop at because we know that the quality of the cheese, the meat, the fruit, and everything else is A1. So when you open up that package, that board, you're going to be like, oh my God, you'll get what? Girl, where did you get this from? I've never had this before. The chocolates, when we add chocolates, our chocolate bars, you talking about something that just melts in your mouth. So it's the quality for us. It's not the quantity, it's the quality. And best believe when you get your board, you're gonna see exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh, I already know. Listen, I'm over here like, why didn't I think of this before? Like, what's wrong with you? Oh my God. Yes, I get it. I mean, just even in this is number one for customer service as well. It's your presentation, it's the person that's delivering, it's from the time it leaves here to get here, it's a brand, it's the name, it's everything that people have lost the art of customer service.
Yes. And I am like, that's one of my pet peeves. If you say I need this board on this date at this time, you have to know it's going to be done at that time. But before it's done at that time, baby, I done put it in the refrigerator so it can mold itself. The cheese can get ready. So when you take it out 15 to 20 minutes prior, before serving, it's still chill. You know what I'm saying? When you pick it up or I deliver it, it's still cold. I'm going to give you instructions on what to do with your board. It's the customer service. It's the customer's trust in Olive View Charcuterie for me. You get what I'm saying? It's the trust. And not only that, when they pass the name around to someone else, and it's just a name. They didn't taste it. They didn't get a business card. It's a name. And you tell me, hey, I was referred to you by such and such and such. I never tasted your product, but I did go on your page and I did see some of what you do. I'm eager and willing to work with you. I would like to, a board. And then when they get it, they're like, oh my God, this is amazing. It's just freaking amazing. Like, dude, how many, can I get a team?
All I know is
Can I get a team? I would love to have a team. Man, we could
Um,
do this, y'all.
and just putting it out, like I said, every time I have scrolled through your page and I've seen your food, literally, I'm all like, oh my God, when can I? How much? What do I need to do? Because again, the food looks delicious. Just a shout out to everybody that's on, of course, like, share, and subscribe. Wally Dixon is in the building from AM1. Oh yeah. What?
What? What?
Absolutely. He already knows what it is. Thank you, sir, for stopping by. I know your schedule is crazy and you don't have to, but he definitely comes in support. Nobody really knows when he's gonna pop up. But again, I'm grateful for our conversations that we have with him. So the next part, when destiny calls, what you doing?
What you mean by that, Miss Sunshine? When destiny calls, what I'm doing?
So I have these moments when you can always look back when there was a pivot, right? That turned you into this direction. Again, you were working. Are you still working?
Yes, girl.
And for some people, that's their focus. That's it. That's all they do.
No.
So when destiny calls, what you was doing and what you doing?
Okay, so this is what happened. So I'm able to retire in February. All right. I'll be 51 with 30 years. I'll be 51 with 30 years. So I'll be 52 in March. Of course I'm not going to retire just yet because our youngest, she'll be going off to college. And I just think that's just crazy. But you never know what the universe has in store, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking to myself, all right, girl, now when you retire, you know that you really, really, really want to catch these flights. You want to catch flights. I love to travel. And I love to travel with my family.
And you just came back? Okay.
And I just came back. So I said, well, you could turn this little side thing into a big thing. Turn that into something special. So when you do decide you want to sign those papers at any given time after February 21st, 2025, I'll be able to have something to build on, But of course, I'm not going to do that for another 5 years. But it's just the fact that you have to build your brand. You have to build a name. You have to build a business. I can't retire on Tuesday and build a business on Thursday. Does that make sense to you? So that's what it was for me. In all honesty, let's keep it real on this beautiful Thursday. When I retire, I don't want to be at a stagnant state because I'm still young. And I don't think I need to keep my, I want to keep my youth. But yet I want to enjoy my life.
Absolutely.
I did my years with my kids, And then I've been and done my years with a job for 30 years, correct? So at this point in time, it's my turn. It's my turn. It's my turn to fulfill my dreams. It's my turn to fulfill myself. So this is where that came in at. I told myself, you really want to do things after you retire? I don't want to greet anyone when I retire. If I'm greeting anyone, it'll be in my own little charcuterie bar. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. That's what it was. That's what it is. That was the pivot point. Like, you want to retire? What can you do? Let's start somewhere. Let's start now. I started now. Well, I started then, which led up to now. And excuse me. And that's just it. Like, I want to be able to do what I want to do. Have a great customer base. A great village where we love one another. People that comes up to me, or I'll come up to them like, hey, this is a new cheese. Here you go. Let's taste this. It's just my time, Sunshine. It's just my time. It's my time. And this is where I wanted to go. This is what this is what's calling my name. This is
I
what's
got
calling
you.
my name. And next Saturday, I have an open house, and I done drew out the graves table on paper, girl. Paper. I done put the sticky notes on there. This is where this is gonna go. This is how big. It's like it's really serious. It's serious to me. It's so serious. It's serious, and we just gonna see where this leads us to. You know what I'm saying? Because we just never know, right? We just
Yeah.
never know. We just never know. But this gig is like for when I retire. And when I want to wake up in the morning and say, oh, let me go to the kitchen and make this beautiful board for this event, or we got to get ready to do this graves table for this event. Girl, if I could get a 12 to 18-foot graves table to do, Miss Sunshine,
Ain't no telling.
girl, let me tell you.
Just I had started in the last couple of years, like paying attention when we would go to receptions,
Okay.
wedding receptions, and they would have that. Or my friend had an open house, and they had that, and they had
Okay.
um, what is the ice?
The
Nice,
dry ice.
the dry. I was like,
Dry ice with the smoke and all that. Isn't that amazing?
I was like,
Girl, you better stop playing with them graves tables. It's different. It's different. It's it's just different, and it's just elegant, and it's exciting. You see
I got to
how
the
I'm
point.
like, hey.
Listen, I got to the point where I was like, I don't even want to eat the food. I just want to look at it. I literally was like, what you having me this plate for? I don't want to eat this. Like, it's too
It's too
what?
pretty. It's too pretty.
And it gave me went back to the time when my grandma had all this fake food on the table. Like,
On the table to make it pretty.
I was like, y'all ain't about to trick me. This ain't real. This is like, no, this is real. And I was like, okay. So again, the receptions, the banquets, you name it, anybody, corporate America, like,
Oh
come
my
on,
gosh.
why
Come
not?
on.
There's no limit to, and it
I'm the one for
literally,
the job. I am the one for the job. I promise you,
listen,
you will
my
not be
mantra
disappointed.
has been, you're literally one person away, one advice away, one help away from where you need to be in your
Yes.
destiny. Proven
Amen.
over and over
Amen.
again since I started this show in 2020. Oh, the other
Amen.
part is every time I have a guest on here, they get busy after they leave me. You heard?
Really? Look at that. I'm ready. I'm ready, y'all. I'm ready. You
I'm
want
trying to tell
some?
you.
You want some manchego? You want some what? You want some mozzarella?
Trying to tell you, I am warning you. You will get busy.
Oh, I would love that. Like that would be amazing. I just have these visions. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I have these visions of these huge tables just filled with beautiful candles and greenery and food, and like it's just it's oh my gosh, like they ain't ready. They ain't ready.
Well, they better get ready. That's
They
all.
better get ready because I'm ready.
I'm looking at as many venues that are here in the city where artists come, fly in, and want on their riders certain fruit and vegetables. And I'm just
Ooh.
like, listen,
Listen, Linda. Listen.
I'm trying to
Listen.
say, I'm trying
Trying
to
to
tell you.
tell you. I
Look,
got
Big
you.
3 is coming in the city. With Ice Cube. I
Ooh.
mean, if we gonna do this, we ain't thinking
We
small.
gonna do it right. We ain't thinking small. We ain't think girl, seeing that you said that. Now let me tell you, when you say I have just had a conversation with one of my good friends, and she was like the chick, what she call it, the chitlin circuit. She said you gotta get out the chitlin circuit,
Gotta
you
think
know.
big. You got, I
She
mean,
said that she
if
said you gotta think big.
what do they say? If you can do it yourself, then you're not dreaming big enough.
Okay. Okay.
And he gave it to you for a reason. So even in the mindset of changing things, one thing that I love, even in this short moment of you asking me a question like, are you allergic to anything? What can't you eat? And you started naming off stuff. And I'm like, no, I'm not allergic. Do you like turkey? Do you, without even knowing that I can't eat beef and pork no more, right? And so you begin to get excited and smile and laughing like, oh, I got this idea. Like,
it comes, it's like that. It's like that.
so it just got me more excited for what this creation is going to be.
Okay.
And it's personalized to me.
It's personal. I
So,
take it so those are the first words I ask my customers or a future customer. Are you allergic to anything? Tree nuts, pine, anything? Are you allergic to any type of nut? Do you eat pork? Are you allergic? Do you eat beef or do you eat turkey? Your board that you order is your board. No matter what I eat and what I like. You understand what I'm saying? I'm catering to you. That's your board. Your name is on that board. So when you gave me all your answers, I immediately put in my head the size of the board, the type of meat that the board would have on there, and seeing that you don't have any type of nut allergies. Oh yeah, we're going to put a couple of different types of nuts on there. You understand what I'm saying? Because your board is designed for you. Your board isn't designed for me.
do you do seafood boards? Or
Girl, no, I haven't gotten to that point yet. You know, that time temperature control stuff. I don't know. You know, you got to be real careful about seafood. And then not only that, I mean, I guess I could. I've never tried one. Maybe.
So
Are you allergic to seafood?
I love seafood.
You love seafood.
I probably eat seafood before I eat anything.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So now you got me up. So now you got me over here about to go. Like, girl, you done got. I came on this interview to kick it, not to think.
I'm just trying to say, like, you might have customers who only like seafood,
and this is true. But then how would that?
I don't know, but I just dropped it in your lap. There you go.
Did you just airdrop that? You just airdropped it. I got you, and you got to know I'm gonna have some answers for you because I'm about to study this. I'm about to get. Once I leave you, I'm gonna be up there like. But then I'm gonna sidebar you and ask you like, okay, so what type of seafood would you like if we were able to?
So I mean the shrimp, the popcorn shrimp, the bigger shrimp, the crab meat. Yeah, that probably would be.
Oh, like a shrimp cocktail, like a cocktail in the middle. Instead of cheese, you have shrimp cocktail. Now, would you like to incorporate? Because I don't think that would. No, I think we would just keep it all seafood. I never did it before.
I never had or paid attention to like the shrimp and cheese. I never, but that's not to say that you wouldn't. There's in my mind, you know, like shrimp would be like if we was doing fruit, like for me, I like, you know, like the tropical fruit, the pineapples and
right
watermelons, and even though watermelon is not tropical, but however,
but I get what you're saying.
That type of thing. I don't know. I would think it would be a palette customized to, you know, what would I eat without wasting? See, that's the thing. Because some people could put a whole bunch of stuff on there and then be like 9 times out of 10, a lot of this stuff I don't eat. So I don't know. Well, I just gave you homework. You're welcome.
Girl, why I'm over here like maybe like like some the claws, like the I don't. I got you.
You welcome.
Oh, you what you not gonna do? You not gonna set me up? No, 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 no. I'm up for the challenge. Is it a challenge? We got a challenge. That's what you doing? Okay.
I'm just, I'm
I
dropping that.
got. I see you dropping gems, baby.
Hey, listen, because again, like the turkey that you were talking about, I don't remember ever tasting that, so I don't know. But
Okay.
I love seafood. Like
Seafood.
I love shrimp. I love crab
Ooh.
meat. I love lobster. I mean, and my other thing is, even though that would be hard, like I love crawfish. Like
Girl, you like crawfish too?
I love
Babe, I
crawfish.
love some crawfish. Stop
So
playing with me.
again,
What you doing?
um, I'm the one that's sushi down. I'm the one that's eating octopus. I'm
You
with
love sushi too? Girl, why I just put
Ooh, I hear your
but
wheel.
whatever it would be, I would definitely have to get that to you ASAP. You understand what I'm saying? Like as soon as it's created, like okay, it would have to. It's not no. You can't. Oh, Ebony, I'll be there to pick it up, and it's like no, 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 no. I'm about to drop this off to you right now. Put it in. It would have to
Praise the
be like a.
Lord. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus.
So you just really ran off your board
Yeah.
without doing it. You sure did. Yes, you did.
I was putting out like ideas that, we're not doing boxes.
No,
So
we're
we
not.
all out the
We all
what
out the
you thought,
box, right?
right. Has it ever been? I don't know. But
But we gonna try.
we gonna
How
figure
about
it
that?
out. How about
Yes,
that?
ma'am. How about that? And that is that. Because I'm literally sitting here like
I know. Your brain is trying to figure it out, the pictures and the colors and
and that's like on some real talk.
so
On some real talk.
I was having a conversation the other day about um not necessarily diet, but
Okay.
eating the foods that are good for my blood type.
Okay.
I don't know if people knew that there are foods that energize your body. Like off of
Oh.
your food type, I mean your blood type, what like gets your blood flowing correctly, what gets your brain going, and what foods to stay away from as far as your nervous system. I mean the whole I said, oh, okay, now I know
Yeah.
literally what's my color, what's my food that does my body good.
Okay. Okay.
And it was like the color for peppers, the yellow, the orange, the
Orange, the
red,
reds.
all of that.
Aren't they beautiful? Aren't they beautiful? And they taste so gosh
And it's
darn
so
good.
good. Like I would just sit there and eat them.
Do you ever dip yours in hummus or like a spinach dip?
Now I was guilty of doing ranch at one point, but
Did
I
you say
have
guilty?
yes, I have done hummus before.
Okay.
But again, it's these things that unfortunately in our neighborhood we was like, what is hummus? What is
this?
yeah. I just in the last 2 years really got into like internet. Well, I won't say international food, but like what is it? I want to say Arab food. That ain't what it is.
The Mediterranean?
Yes.
Mediterranean? Girl, okay, quit playing with me because I promise you, I was thinking about once I leave you running up the Peter Cafe.
I mean, it was, certain thing. I'm like, oh, this is good. Like,
Yes,
how did I know?
and it's good for
And
you.
it's not in the hood.
Mm-mm.
So, when you work with other cultures, you get acclimated to what they're eating. The food smells delicious.
Oh
It's
my
the
God.
color. It's the. I'm like, where has this been all my life? And I
On the
love.
other side of 8 Mile.
Yes. So I have a friend on here. Alita Cotton is a foodie. Okay,
Okay.
she'll go driving down the street and she'll stop at a random place. Like, who does this? Does and then she'll be like and recommend that place to you. Like,
Okay.
I don't know
Okay.
nothing. Like, how am I so sheltered? Like, what's happening here? However, we just made a thing tonight, and I want to go on record to say y'all are welcome. Y'all are welcome.
And I got a thing to say to you, ma'am. When I got to figure this out so I can get this. Oh, I got you because I see you like playing games.
I don't know what you're talking about, ma'am. I don't know what you're talking about. So the next part is dead or alive. Who would you like to do a collaboration with?
Baby, I don't know if this man know I am even here on this earth, but there's this guy on Instagram called Coconut. Can I just get one session of how you set your masterpieces up? I'm like, this man, he's amazing.
Let me ask this question. On average, how long does it take you to make a board?
Well, depending on how many people it's for, actually on some real talk, about an hour and a half.
Okay.
Because like I said, first of all, we have to wash every single thing that goes on that board as far as your fruit goes. And I also let my strawberries sit in vinegar and water for at least 20 minutes, to get and they are like, if you guys never knew that, go for it. Your strawberries are going to be so much brighter, like literally with the vinegar and water. I love that. And then you have to wash the grapes up. And then we make sure everything is dry. You have to dry it so that the water doesn't get into anything else. Yeah, on the board. And you have to remember too that we're cutting the cheese up by hand. Unless it's like a triple cream brie or just a cream brie, or we literally are taking the cheese apart with cheese knives and things of that nature. So depending on how big you want it to be, about an hour and a half. And then we immediately put it in the refrigerator so it can start to form. And then this way it could chill to the point where if you're coming to pick it up or we're dropping it off to you once it gets to its destination, it's still cold. And we do want you to place that whole board right back into the fridge until it's ready to be served. But but a graze table on average, do you want to know, like, from the time we start prepping to the time it's finished, or do you just want to know the time that you put the ingredients on the table? Because from the prep time to the delivery time, which is on site, we do everything on site for our graze tables. You have to shop, wash off the ingredients, cut the cheese, fold the meat, put in the fridge. Then we have to transport to the venue. That setup is about, from the time it starts, that's like a good 8 hours. That's like a good day of work. Yeah. No kidding. It takes a lot to do a graze table. For the graze table that we're doing next Saturday, we're going to start our prep work on Thursday. And then this way we'll be at the venue on Friday. We're gonna start shopping, but we'll be at the venue that Friday, and we're just gonna start cutting everything up. And seeing that she has the venue until that's Saturday, we're just gonna leave everything there and set the table up with all the risers and things of that nature. So when we come in, all we have to do is set everything on the table. It takes time. It really does. It takes time. It's time, and then it's a workout. It's truly a workout because my back be hurting afterwards. But hey, as long as I know that masterpiece looks the way that it looks, like a Picasso food art canvas, then I say, hey, it's really worth it. It's really worth it. So it takes time. So a regular board about an hour and a half to two. Grace table about an 8 hour gig, counting like in different days. Yes, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot.
I'm,
We just don't.
I'm taking
We
it
just
all.
don't. Wait a minute. We just don't open the cheese like this and say boop 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 boop. No, I have this cheese on this dedicated cheese board. Like we have dedicated cheese board, we have a dedicated meat board, we have a dedicated vegetable board. Everything has their own board because cross contamination we do not play with. So yeah, we pretty thorough over here. We pretty thorough over here. So yes, it's time consuming, but once again, it's you have to ask yourself, is it worth it? And I tell myself all the time, yes, it definitely is. It's definitely worth it.
I can tell. Trust me. While you guys are on here, I want y'all to go to Ebony Tanisha
Yes.
book.
Or wait a minute, I got a better one for you. Go on Instagram to I Love You Charcoal. We have some really dope pics of our work on there. It's not many, but it's enough to say, hey, we here. And we're the company for the job. We're the company for you. We are on time. We are very respectful. Our quality of work is impeccable. And I really truly believe it comes from my universe and from my heart. And when you do things from your heart and you're genuinely into it, it works out. And you'll just enjoy your end result. I guarantee that. The communication between all of you and our customers is A1. We're very timely, if not above and beyond. We'll be there probably before you. You understand what I'm saying? Because we want to make sure that we get your product out the way that you want it to be. But we take this very, very seriously. And I keep saying we because I'm putting this into the universe that one day I will have a team. But yeah, it's serious. It's serious yet delicious.
I also my sister, that ain't my friend. Alita Cotton does teas, ginger and turmeric teas. Oh my God!
You say OMG, OMG.
I've never done drugs before.
Okay.
But I feel like I am a crackhead.
Really?
Yes. To the point
you know what?
I will only go so far where I have to get my drugs, like literally. I'm at this point with her. I need a gallon. I don't know how many times I gotta tell her that I will pay for a gallon because it ain't gonna last. By the time I get from her house,
you done drank it all.
One of the jars is gone. I can guarantee that one. And to put her in a space with other venues, second to none. You can try to make it at your house. You can try to do all that.
Right.
It won't taste like that. It won't taste like that. And then on top of that, it's a family thing because her son be like, "No, mama, don't put that out. Something ain't right."
Really? Oh, you're gonna have to give me this information. Because what you just the way you just sounded made me. Hey, I want to be part of the village.
The fans is called.
Okay. Can I want to be part of the village?
Listen, we were at rehearsal for Perilous Times. None of us got sick. Oh, wow. Now, mind you, we were in rehearsal for 6 months during the winter.
Okay.
We were all crackheads. Like,
Wow.
I'm telling her, I'm calling. I'm putting my order in before rehearsals. Now they were
Okay.
fighting over her tea. I'm not
Wow.
kidding. They were fighting over her tea. I said, y'all better catch up. Y'all better call her and text her before,
Right.
before you get to
Right.
rehearsal while y'all trying to figure it out and try to. No. I already got my stuff, and it's been like that ever since. It's not a miss. It's hit
Really?
to the point is people call her right now.
Look at you. Well, you know what? See that. See, it's written. I know it's see because your whole body. You can't even. We right here, ma'am. Come back, ma'am. Come back.
I'm sorry. I went somewhere.
You went somewhere, but I want to be a part of that village because the way that for you to describe it that way, and for you to say the words that you just said, and for your body, the way that your body just talked to us about this tea, I want to be a part of the village.
Listen,
Linda.
It's no problem. Matter of fact, I need to keep her stuff on here anyway. But I will say this, and I have told her several times over and over again. We got to figure out how to get you from your 9 to 5, and this is what you do. Because I will put her tea against anybody's.
Really?
Any drink. I don't care if it could be an alcohol beverage. I don't care. She's going to win. I kid you not. And
really?
Like, what did you do? Did you put crack in here for real? Like, people are addicted. I kid you not.
I want to taste this.
The testimony.
Oh my God.
The properties of ginger and turmeric. I did not know until I met her.
Yeah, turmeric is amazing.
People who had COVID, people who had ailments in their bodies, even for myself. I could drink this and I feel like I'm Wonder Woman. Like, I kid you not. And
yes, turmeric is amazing.
She's good at it. And again, she is AYECEE on Facebook. I gotta get her number again for the T. She got a T line. You hear me? A T line. Call the T line. What you want?
Call the T. Well, you know what? Please text me that information because you got my number stored.
Okay, I'm definitely.
And my son-in-law, he's really heavy into tea. Very heavy into tea.
I'm trying to.
I'm gonna have to tell him about this young lady and this tea. Okay.
Absolutely. What is something people would be surprised to know about you?
Oh, you want me to just give one or can I give like a couple? No, actually, I'm a nice person.
That part. That's a real thing.
That's a real thing. Funny fun fact about me, I cry every day.
Really? What are you crying for?
Oh, girl, it's just happiness, thankful, humble.
There's the number.
I'm seeing my kids. Okay. My kids are some good kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have problems out of my daughters. I go through life. It's a journey, but it's a fun fact about me. Especially in the morning when I'm getting ready to go to work, I'm like, oh my God. And I might sit there at the kitchen table and think of something while drinking my coffee. And I'm like, oh, this is some crazy stuff. But that's a fun fact about me. I may like shed a tear, but they're like really tears too, because I believe that like when you shed tears, it cleanses your soul. It cleanses you.
Yes.
And when you have so much built up in you and you just finally able to release it, like it really, really feels good. But that right there is one fun fact about me. I literally shed a tear. I may shed a tear for my village. I may shed a tear for my friends. I may shed a tear for a conversation that I heard yesterday, or that someone had vented to me. And I'm like, as I pray, girl, let me tell you, when I was out of town, I cried at the bar. And my little bartender was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." But it was happy tears because I was so thankful that my universe allowed me and my family to be there together. You understand what I'm saying? It wasn't like, it was just like happiness. Like, I love where I am right now. I love where I am right now. And I know where I am right now is where I'm supposed to be. But this is not a stagnant state. This is not just the last door for you. You get what I'm saying? And it ain't easy. It's not easy by far, especially when you're doing everything on your own. It's not easy at all. So I cry about that too. Like, do you see this board? Girl, I cried over, like, girl, you did that. You did that. That board is amazing. You did that. So it's pretty much like, it's happiness. And
Yes.
it's the fact that I'm just so thankful and my heart is so humble.
Yeah.
Very humble. Very, very humble.
It's the
But
connection.
yes.
Like, again, ACT, Alita Cotton is her name.
Okay.
And we met on stage.
Oh.
And she has been a rock for me.
Okay.
Okay. Throw the pebble in the water, throw the boulder in the water, it doesn't matter. And she's one of those people who she used to get on my nerve with this. And I don't know if y'all have friends who are like this. She'll say, and I'm trying not to cry.
See what I'm saying?
She'll say, how can I be a better friend to you?
Okay.
What do you need from me? What can I help you with? And I'm like, I'm not used to that.
Right.
And this has how her love has been in sharing her love and her space with me. And she'll call, she'll text. I get the good morning, ladies. I'm proud of you.
Man, that's a friend, sis. That's a friend. Baby, you better keep her. That's a friend.
She has transcended just a friend. That's my sister. Like, we'll have moments when we'll go over food. And how are you?
Oh man.
And
but let me ask you this question real quick. Doesn't it feel good for someone to ask you how you doing?
Absolutely. That's why I'm saying this, because
yes,
it's sometimes far in between, especially when you're the giver. And this one right here, and you guys are similar. That's what's so funny to me. And I'd be like, girl, you are bad. The last 2 years, I spent her birthday together.
Good.
And her smile, her attitude, her she's raising a son, a king.
Okay.
And she doing it. And I'd be like, girl, you amazing. The stuff that comes from your hands is amazing. And
it was meant to be. That was her calling. That was her calling.
That's what I want her to know.
That's her calling. So if she looking at you right now, baby, that's your calling. Go with the call. Go where the voice is calling you to go. Like, serious, if that's your calling and you love it, and you have this young lady over here just like, do it.
So her thing is, we are happy to serve.
Love it.
And your attitude, her attitude, it makes you the customer service, the product, the love that she puts in it, and you can tell the difference. You can taste her love without that sounding weird.
It don't sound weird.
But
It don't sound
you,
weird.
you literally, every time that I have gotten her tea, I genuinely can feel the love in every swallow.
In every taste, can't you?
And
And
I
and
know for a
it
fact,
makes it even better, doesn't it?
absolutely, I am a repeat customer. I have aunties and uncles who are now addicted. I have friends who are now addicted
Really?
too
Okay.
because she just ain't no
She's
joke.
amazing. She's
She's
amazing. Yeah. I'm glad you dropped that gem to me. I appreciate you. I love it. Oh, excuse me.
yes. What
Yes.
so I said earlier, and we've been talking about this, and I sometimes I just don't know how things are gonna go. It is. So the importance of love and perfecting your gift, right? I said
Yes.
when we first started that this year I wanted to showcase Black love because the world needs it, first of all.
Yes, it does, first of
Two,
all.
I wanted people to know why we do what we do. Why do we love this? And it shows just like what Alita,
Mm.
it shows when I look at your food. You explaining to me about the food and how you make sure that every piece is washed and every piece is dried off and this goes with this and this and that. I know for a fact that you love what
I
you
love
do.
it. I
And
do.
this love, this is for both of y'all. Y'all love is going to sustain you. Yes, God. Um,
Oh, thank you. Amen.
the love that you have that he has given to you, you thought you were here for this over here, but it was for something else. So your
Yes.
health is what's
Hmm.
going to sustain you. The love of health is what's going to sustain
Yes.
you. So the food
Yes.
that you're putting together, her teas that you putting together, the love is what's going to sustain you. It's going to maintain you,
Yes.
and your
Yes.
name
Yes.
will be great, right?
Amen. 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 You know what? I'm going to take and I'm going to receive that into my heart, into my soul. So when I make your board, you're gonna be up there. You gonna your head gonna spin like all the way around. And I love the fact that you look there like this, like that was cute. I love that. I wish I could have got the shot.
I,
I don't think you ready. I don't think you ready, ma'am. I don't think you ready.
probably not, but it's okay. Um, let us know. Tell us, my dear.
Yeah. So what would you like to know?
Um, the importance of why you do what you do.
I think that the importance of what I do, one of the important things that I try to emphasize with what I do with these boards and these tables is to bring people together.
Mm.
Yeah. Um, you ever notice that when you do have a nice spread, you can have the biggest argument in the corner of the left or the right of the room. But as soon as that food comes out, everyone comes to that table and they congregate and they drink their wine or they drink their drinks or they drink their water, but they eat. And then anxieties and frustrations and madness, it starts to subside because now we're communicating. Now we're all together and we're talking. So that's why I tell people it's a great feeling to have good food, wonderful friends and family, but the conversation is going to be immeasurable. That's what makes me want to perfect my gift. So if I could make a huge charcuterie board and have people from all over come and eat and talk and drink and be festive and listen to some good music, you just never know what might end up at the end of the night, right? So I believe in order for me to perfect my gift, the reasons I want to perfect my gift is the fact that it brings people together like this.
Absolutely. And I
Does
know
that make sense to you?
it does, because
It
when
does.
we think about our family history, especially in my family, um, there used to be a time where there were 4 or 5 generations in one house on a
Yes.
Sunday,
On
right?
a Sunday. On a
On a
Sunday.
Sunday. And
Hmm.
it was the grandma, the great, the grandmas,
The aunts.
everybody would
Everybody.
gather.
Hmm.
And not only was it for the food, delicious, hands cooking, and all of that, but it was time
The
for us to
fellowship.
come together, the fellowship and
Yep.
the wisdom. Mm-mm-mm.
Mm-mm-mm.
The wisdom
Because
that
you,
was shared
and it
that
was
we no
down the
longer.
line. There you go.
And once this is part of importance for me of bringing back the village,
Okay.
because at that time we not only had generations of experience,
Right.
but the wisdom that was coming down, that you don't have to do like that, because we're telling you,
This is the
we're
way.
showing you,
Hmm.
and we're going to talk about this around our food.
Yes. And we're going to have a civil conversation. We're not
Absolutely.
going to be yelling. We're not going to be screaming. We're going to respect one another. And we're going to have, and you done had all this whole soul food Sunday, this whole soul food Sunday, full of conversation, full of laughter. You might even have some tears. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But the village came together, and they came together and they congregated and they had a feast
Yep.
and they had great wine or great drinks. Do we still do that? Is that still here? Do we still do this?
It's far and in between.
Far and in
I'm
between,
I'm
right?
so excited. My dad's side of the family's reunion is Saturday. So
Okay.
when I tell you I'm so looking forward,
Yes.
there are cousins that I don't know their children.
Oh,
I
so you'll be able to meet them this weekend.
Yes.
That's cool.
We got new additions to the,
To the family.
to the family. My great aunt is now the oldest of the family.
Okay.
And to see
Okay.
her move around and to sit down by her and hear her testimonies and things of that nature, because again, our history is in the grave.
Yes. Girl, don't you do it. But that's the
Our
truth.
history is in
That's
the
the truth.
grave. And
It is.
those moments of when you can, when I tell you, just today, I just heard of 3 sudden deaths. And
Hmm.
just on yesterday. And you like, where did this come from? How, why, how? And it's like, love while you can. Tell your people how you really feel. Um,
Yes.
don't try to tell them at the funeral when
It's too late then.
they can't hear you.
You know what's funny that you touch bases on this? Let me tell you about real quick. Real long story short. Long story short. One of my good girlfriends at work. Her mother had passed away over 20 years ago. She was there. But she had wrote a letter. And she allowed me to read this letter. And I felt this letter has been over 20 something years old. And I felt so like wonderful that she decided to share that part of her life with me. You know what I'm saying? But the one thing her mom told her and taught her, you smell your roses while you here. You do what you got to do. And you get whatever you want to get while you're here. Because when you're in that casket, you're not going to smell nothing. Does that make sense to you? And when I say I was at work and I had to text her like, girl, you got me out here in these Mopar streets crying. You know what I'm saying? Like it had done something to me because you just touched bases on what you just said. So that's definite confirmation for me. Keep moving this journey forward. because those are your roses.
Absolutely.
Girl, we can't get deep on here. Girl, I've been dried out, cried out all my little lashes. Look,
It happens. Like I said, I never nothing on here, and I have to keep saying it is not scripted. I don't
right.
know.
That's what I'm like, we don't know what
If people ask me what we gonna talk about, I don't know.
I don't know. I
Is
think
it
I asked you that. You was like, girl, you'll be okay. Like,
exactly like what you nervous for? Just me. And it turns out to be amazing because at the end of the day, there's conversations that you didn't think was gonna happen, but then people get to know another side of you that they had no clue, no idea about, and
no,
that's
nothing.
one thing about
Nothing.
learning about new humans that we find out that we are more alike than we are different.
Yeah.
But you'll never know that until you
But
talk.
because until you talk, we just don't talk about it.
So the last thing that we're gonna talk about, nope, there's one more after that. What is a balanced life for you?
Is there such thing?
Is it?
It would be a balanced life for me. They were like, is it? I don't know. I don't know. It's a balanced life for me. Well, I guess I've been balancing out so far. Pretty dope, pretty cool, but a balanced life for me. I think the balanced life for me is about to head to college in 2025.
Your daughter?
Yeah.
I can see that.
You can see that. That was definitely yeah. I think the balanced life for me, she's on her way to college. She helped me to, well, both of them actually, they both helped me to understand that I need to do what I need to do to be able to take care of them, as far as staying Chrysler for 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So a balanced life for me is truly like my family, um, and my future journey. I look forward to that. Look forward to working harder because of the grandson, Raylan, who's 2.
Okay.
Seeing that the mom and my 2 daughters are like grown, I'm like, okay, now he's next. Like, I'm going to be driving him. He's next. Like, he's going to be my journey, besides my journey.
Right.
But my family is my balanced life. Yeah, I'll give him that credit.
Balance. The trick is, I won't say trick. The key sometimes is we don't realize that balance change all the time.
Mm-hmm. It does.
It's not
It
just
does.
one thing. It's not just is this today, tomorrow might be something totally different with this
Right.
journey that you're on with your new business.
Right.
It could change at any moment. Like
At any given moment.
And again, just for me, because I'm always thinking big, is literally somebody's gonna see this. I believe it.
No, so I do.
See this, and they're gonna request, and you're gonna be so busy that
I
again,
can't wait. I cannot wait.
what the day used to be like, it's not gonna be like that anymore. What my thought used to be and how I moved, and
Mm-hmm.
it's not gonna be that no more. It's gonna be,
Right.
dreams manifest,
Yes.
and it
Yes.
becomes wow.
Like this is real. It
This
happened.
is this is the place that
Yeah.
I have been dreaming about, and it's wonderful. It's not what I thought it was gonna be. It's better.
It's better.
And so balance changes, and I'm gonna
Yes.
say that balance change when when the nest is empty and the relationship is different and you're
Mhm.
constantly growing. You're not the same person. Um, balance
Yes.
changes. For
Balance
me,
changes.
full-time student now in college,
Hey, good for you.
on to for theater, full
Okay.
wife, minister, author, actress. Come on, and the list goes on and on and
On
on.
it, on it, on it. It don't
Songwriter,
stop. It
singer,
don't stop.
and I'm still open to what else is in there.
As you should be.
So
As you
the
should be.
balance changes almost on a day-to-day basis,
Mhm.
to be honest,
But
because I
every
do
day
so much.
changes.
It
Yeah,
every day is something different.
because it's
So
something
my
different.
balance changes along with the day.
Yeah. And
So
that's a good thing.
absolutely,
That's a good
I'm a
thing. That's a good
multitasker. I love it.
I
I love it.
know.
The last one before we get to our church announcements, you guys. I hope you guys enjoying this wonderful food conversation.
I'm still on that seafood situation. Oh Lord Jesus.
Praise the Lord.
Girl, I'm about to
Um,
go. When I leave you, I'm about to go study.
so the last one that I give to my guests is, what does uplifting and empowerment mean for you?
Oh, it means a lot. It means a lot. I don't care who you are. I don't care where you come from. I may not ever talk to you, but I'm going to uplift you and I'm going to empower you to do more. For instance, young man, one morning I went through the McDonald's drive-through. I didn't know this young man. I probably never see him again, but it's okay because I think my words encouraged him because his face just lit up. First of all, good morning, young man. How you doing today? That's number one. First and foremost, I'm gonna ask you, how are you doing today? Because you just never know what's on somebody's mind. You know what I'm saying? So then he's like, I'm doing okay, ma'am, and blah blah blah. So I told him, I said, today is gonna be your day. Today is gonna be the day that you're gonna change your whole outlook on life, the way that you feel, and what you're doing. And it's okay to be here doing what you're doing instead of being out there doing nothing. You understand what I'm saying? I try to uplift my kids all the time, especially with their mental, because mental health is very important.
Yes.
I allow them to know that you are someone. You are worth everything. You're worthy of everything that your heart desires. And you don't stop doing anything because of something someone else told you that you can't do because they're mad that they didn't have the guts to do it. You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to empower a homeless man. I may not be able to feed you, but I'm going to give you this dollar or whatever. But you have whatever you decide to do with this dollar, that's on you. But just know that someone loves you and don't you ever forget that. If we uplifted our people more and empowered our people more, especially our youth, we'll be a force to reckon with because we do have to uplift one another. I'm gonna tell a woman, "Oh, girl, you gorgeous. Hey there, beautiful. How you doing this day? How you doing today?" Everyone isn't called beautiful. Everyone isn't called gorgeous or sunshine. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of men, "Hey there, handsome face. How you doing today? That's good. Have a great day." You know what I'm saying? You just don't know what that person's going through. And then when they look and they smile at you, it's like, oh my God. So that's another fun fact about me. I don't care who you are. I don't care where you come from. But if I feel it in my spirit and in my heart to say some kind words to you, then that's what I'm gonna do. Now, what you do with them, that's on you. But just know it's someone out here that loves you.
Absolutely.
That's all I got, folks.
This has been. I hope y'all got the enjoyment that I got. Because if y'all didn't, that's on you.
You know, I thank you so much for having all of you, Sharku, on your show today. It was really amazing, and I wish I would, we can make a visit again once you get your seafood board.
For sure. So today, we're getting ready for the church announcements. So in 2022, I'll put that in there. 2022. I was able to write my first book, The Blueprint God's Design. It's out on Amazon.
Okay.
And it was a sit down with God, like, you doing too much. You need to sit down for a moment.
Okay.
And you were trying to do my job.
Oh, so he told you to sit in the passenger seat.
Sit down.
Okay.
Sit down.
All right.
And
All right.
It was lifing. And I was stressing myself out, making myself sick, trying to do what wasn't called for me to do. And so the Blueprint God's Design is get back to the beginning. Get back to your first love. Get back to getting back in your lane and go from there. When we realize what a blueprint is about, it's the whole picture. It's the whole. And when you get off, you wasting time.
Right.
You wasting money. Mm-hmm. And you going in the wrong direction.
In the wrong direction.
So if you get back to the blueprint, it'll show you exactly where you're supposed to go. And it won't be no time wasted.
Because we really don't have time to waste.
No, we don't at all.
We really don't.
This year, in May of 2024, I was able to do my second book.
Okay.
And this one from start to finish was by myself. Me and God got that one together. And Can Prayer Change Things? It's out on Amazon right now. You can put the code in, you can put the title in, you can put my name in. Just get the book. Get the book.
Just get the book. Get the book.
About it, okay? So what happened with this one is he asked me a question. He, meaning God, asked me a question. How did a pimp and a prostitute become a pimp and a prostitute? I'm like,
that was a good question.
I don't know. I'm sure you know. And he was like, yeah, I don't think they said as a kid that they wanted to be this. I'm like, you know what? You right. Has anybody ever asked you, how did you become who you are now?
You asking me this? Or you just asking in general?
In general. When anybody asks you, how did you become who you are? He said the same thing about pimps and prostitutes. They got a story too.
They do.
Never asked them. So this book is not just a regular Can Prayer Change Things book. You're following the life of a pimp and a prostitute. I want you to understand that they wasn't always pimping, and they always wasn't prostituting.
That's right.
For a tad bit, just to let you know, all prostitutes don't walk the street.
Girl, you better say it.
So go ahead and get the book, and then we can talk. Can prayer really change things? Did it? Can it? And will it? Makes you think,
Make you think. Now you got me thinking about. See, you got to see.
Just get the book, girl. Just get the book.
I'm just gonna get the book. You know, I'm gonna get the book, girl.
So tonight, again, if you want to continue to see this platform be successful, as it always gonna be, I want to get this to TV land. What I do here, I want to get to TV land. You can donate at the Cash App at Sunshine Kamilah, Kamilah. I thank you in advance. This conversation was brought to you by Blacktop Streetball Association, BTSBA.com. I told you, main event was in the building tonight. So I thank my brother for being here tonight. That's his baby. We're getting the culture back, okay? I want you guys to represent. We're going to see what city he's going to start in. And yeah, if I still
let's do this.
Okay. I was just trying to get on the tour. I'm just trying to say. If you know of people who's doing great, who's doing positive, age does not matter. They don't have to be black. Yeah, that ain't about my story. But however, age doesn't matter. If they're getting straight A's, if they got promotions of books, stories, survival stories, any of that, inbox me on Messenger. That's how you get in touch with me. You can inbox me on IG, either one, and you can email me. Please do. Tonight, this young lady, this the business name.
I love you, Shaku, because I do love you.
Let me tell y'all don't want to miss out. I'm trying to tell you. On Facebook, Ebony Tanisha. Go to her page. I want you guys, Village. I need y'all to support her.
Oh, thank you so much.
I already told you. Go to Instagram. Support. We can't be us without you.
Exactly.
And just for giggles and tickles, we talked about AC's Teas tonight. I'm bringing her back on here. That's the phone number.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee it. You will be addicted to.
Good.
So I need y'all to support her. She is AYECEE on Facebook. The business name is AC's Tea. Phone number 313-380-0321. I promise you, your life will never be the same. I promise you, your life will never be the same. And what I'm gonna do for y'all when this board comes, my personalized board, I'm gonna go live while I'm eating it, okay? That's what I'm gonna do for y'all. So, again, I have enjoyed this conversation. I will be back on this Tuesday. Who do I have this Tuesday? Let me check, y'all. Because I'm telling you, it's up. Y'all already know I don't play when it comes to these guests. Tuesday is my fellow author, Katrina Brooks. She has her own seasoning. Come on, somebody.
Okay.
Y'all better stop playing. And she a real estate agent. Okay.
You done said a whole mouthful.
On the 25th, we have Pastor Samuel Berry III in the building, and the list. I can't even keep up. I will say this. In August, the beginning of August, I'm going down to 1 day a week unless I do a special edition, because I am a part of my church, and we're doing for our 30th anniversary, we're doing a concert, a musical experience, and rehearsals are going to be on Thursday. So I am loving to sacrifice my show from my commitment to this.
No, that's right.
So you won't see me on Thursday, but you'll definitely see me on Tuesday. I'm just putting it out here. We have some twins coming up that are hip hop artists. We're gonna have the saxophone player and background singer to Zap.
Oh wow!
Will be coming on. Just to throw y'all a little hints here and there. I have one of my young sons, and he's gonna tell you how God has turned his life around. He was in prison, and when I tell you this boy is doing it big, you can't tell me you can't be changed. Okay?
Amen. Amen.
And then I have the comedians, Danny and her hubby, coming in the end of August. So many things going on, so many wonderful artistry out here. I would definitely be taking part of this wonderful music scenery for the summer. Definitely PJ Morton is coming, Gladys Knight is coming. I mean, the list can go on and on of all these wonderful venues. But tonight, I was definitely blessed by Ebony Tanisha in this wonderful conversation for food. Not only just the food for your soul, and she explained in very detail why she loved doing what she do, and it's to bring people together. And so again, Village, I need y'all to support her. Continue to support me as we take this to the whole wide world. Again, your last words, Tanisha, before we get out of here.
Hey, just be yourself. Go for your goals. Don't allow anything to stop you, not even your mind, because your mind could be your very worst enemy, your own worst enemy. So just know you got this. On no matter what level it is, you got this.
Absolutely. So again, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. I'll definitely give you the link for the YouTube, so you can share. Again, I will see you guys on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Tuesday and Thursday. Again, I love y'all, and I will see y'all soon. Again, I believe in 6 degrees of separation. You're literally one person away, one advice away, one help away from where you need to be in your destiny. Proven over and over again since we started this show in 2020. And I promise you, y'all might see Ebony on the news. I'm trying to tell you.
Hey, I'm there. I got you.
I'm trying to tell y'all. They leave me. They just. So again, look for that name. Look for the brand.
Please, please do. You know, I am the woman for the job. I love you, Sharku.
I'm trying to tell you. So, good night, everybody.
Good night. Thank you for having me.
Always, honey. Always.